heading out of Okayama, we were off to Hiroshima next, and we knew we wanted to go to the museum there. Obviously, we all know the story, but didn't really know what that meant until we actually were in the museum.
Never experienced.
I just didn't know what to expect. Never experienced anything like that. A little while in there, it really starts to impact you, and yeah, it's just an astounding story, and can't believe that's part of man's history. But here we are, and we didn't obviously do much filming in there. As soon as we walked in, we didn't know what we were really walking into. We took a couple quick videos, and then all of a sudden it just set in, and everything was off, and we walked slowly with everyone, taking everything in, reading everything that we could, and you can kind of see our impression right after. We'll put that video in following this, and if you're in Hiroshima, definitely worth doing. If you're in Japan, definitely worth traveling to Hiroshima just to do it.
Learn the history. You're in a country.
It's something I think you have to do when you go to Japan. It was something else, like nothing else we've experienced anywhere else. Check it out.
So we just finished up at the Hiroshima Memorial Peace Museum with the boys, and it was definitely an experience. You kind of read and go through stories when you were a kid about what had happened in 1945 here, but actually seeing things for your own eyes, it just gives a completely different spin on it. Like, I read stories from when I was a kid, and we would build the paper cranes in school, and it didn't really mean as much to me as it did today, actually seeing the girl who the story was about. And you see the clothing that these kids wore when they were either exposed to the bomb or the fallout.
Yeah, it's just a very somber, humbling experience going through there. Everyone was completely silent. Hundreds and hundreds of people standing in very slow lines, reading everything, taking everything in. It was like no other museum I've been to. The kids, it was a lot for the younger one, but he kind of shut down a little bit and was just scared and sad and didn't want to engage any longer reading. But our older son really took a lot of it in and had a lot of questions afterwards. But if you're ever in Hiroshima and get the opportunity to visit the museum here, it is very worthwhile, eye-opening. Obviously we all know about it, but until you actually sit through it and or take the time to go through and read about it in the place that it happened, it really has a different impact. So.
And all the ruins that are nearby that were affected by it are still standing.
Very, very interesting, very sad. Mood definitely changed when we got here, but it's worth seeing. So.
Yeah. Definitely the same.